Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Up-N-Runnin. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, ring the bell right next to it to get your notifications for new videos, and click the like button. On today's episode, we're going to continue to take a look at the 1964 Thunderbird. We're going to start to work on the steering, take a look at neutral safety switch issue, get the car to start a little more reliably. And who knows, if we have time, we'll take it out for a drive. So, thanks for watching. Alright guys, we're going to move on to checking out the carburetor on this car to see what kind of condition it appears to be in. A lot of times the way you find this stuff out is just simply to drive the car. These cars need to be driven, and you can learn a lot by driving them. Something I noticed on this car is that when it's cold, like when you first started up in the morning, it didn't run as good. It seemed cold-blooded. And so what I actually did yesterday behind your back was I pulled the air cleaner off and looked at the choke. It was open. I ran the throttle to the floor and let go of it, and the choke did not drop closed. What I found out is that the linkage was binding a little bit, and it basically just popped loose at one point. So, and it seemed to be in the right position at that point. So what I'm going to do today is see if that solved the problem, just some binding linkage. So we're going to go ahead and take the air cleaner off and check it out. Okay, so right now the choke is actually just slightly closed. I didn't take it for a really long ride yesterday, so that may have been where it ended up. So at this point, when I push the throttle back, that choke should drop closed again. So let's see if it does that. It was a little slow, but it did drop closed. So I think there was some binding linkage. I'm going to put a little spray in there and try to clean that linkage up a little bit. I can tell it's a little bit stiff. There's like a little gunk in there or something, but it is functioning. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little WD-40 or something and spray some of that linkage and see why it's, get some of the gunk out of it. Alright, we got some carb cleaner. We're going to go ahead and give a lot of this a good spray. Alright, it's moving a little freer. It's still a little bit sticky. That should just drop down. I'm going to keep spraying it, keep working it, and see if we can get it to work a little better. Alright, it's moving more freely now, which is great. I'm going to let that WD-40 soak for a little bit, let it get in those joints. I have a feeling there's some crud in those joints yet that's making it not operate as smoothly as it should. So anyway, we'll let that soak a little bit. Alright, I messed with this for a little while, and you can see now it's starting to work more freely. It's hitting on the high idle cam right now, but you can see that choke is moving much more freely at this point. So I think we've got that straightened out. Again, drive the car. Driving the car makes such a huge difference on so many things. I have had so many things repair themselves because you just drive the car. It is so bad for a car just to leave it sit. So take it out for a drive. Alright, let's button this up. Alright guys, you know when you get these cans, the little straws are taped onto the side of the can, and you know, once you pull it out once or twice, the tape breaks, these come loose, and you know, you always got the straw just kind of wherever you lose them. Well, here's something most people I don't think know. If you look at these caps, there's two cutouts in the cap. Let me bring it up here a little closer so you can maybe see it. It goes across here, here, and here. Well, what that's for is when you have the lid on the can, you just snap the straw into it, and then the straw doesn't fall out. So you always have the straw without losing it. Let me know in the comments below if you knew that or not. Okay, I think I've got the linkage all adjusted properly now, but what happens now is well, of course that time it would have started, but sometimes it doesn't, and so I'm just going to adjust the neutral safety switch a little bit. Of course it's buried way under the dash, so I'm not going to be able to show it to you, but basically it's over the steering column, and there's one screw here, one screw here. You loosen it up and just slide it over a little bit, and then tighten the two screws, and you're all done. So anyway, let's give that a try. Alright guys, I'm up under the dash of the T-Bird, and you see there's 3 bolts right here. I can show them to you, and I think that's what's causing the neutral safety switch issue that we're having with the starting. Let me get over here. I think that has something to do with it. It's either that or it's the swing away part of the column. I'm not sure, but either way, those 3 bolts are loose, so I'm going to go ahead and tighten those up and then readjust that right there to hopefully get this thing to work a little better. It's so tight under here, I'm going to have to set the camera down, so I'm not going to be able to show you me doing it, but we're going to give this a try. Alright, let's give this another whirl. Run it through the gears, put it back in park, shut it off, start it up. Alright, that only took like an hour. It should have taken like 5 minutes. At least it's fixed. Another thing done. I'm going to be working on an idler arm bushing today. It's this right up here. You can see this is horrifically loose. So we got a new bushing for it. I'll show you what the bushing looks like. It's right here. And so we're going to go ahead and put that in. try to press this out. Hopefully it comes right out. Hopefully the socket's a little smaller in the hole so it comes out. It worked! Woohoo! There it is, pressed out. Now when we press this in, it's going to be flush here, so I can just put it on one plate and press it in. I will have to compensate a little bit for the extra rubber that's sticking out, but that won't be a big deal. Just put a big socket underneath it and it should work. I'm going to try to find a socket that's a little bigger than the rubber so I'm not smashing the rubber here. So I'm going to check around. All right, let's see if this goes in nice. Alright, I think I hit the bottom. We back it out and let me put that socket on the... That's right on the money. So we got it. And we didn't damage the rubber. That was the most important thing. Alright, I'm going to take a look at the shaft that it goes on, make sure it's all in really good shape. It looks really nice. I'm going to put a little grease on it. I'm going to grease inside the joint. It's upside down, but yeah, make sure everything goes on. It's not gonna fit on. I'm gonna have to unbolt this. There was enough slop in it before there was room, so I'm gonna go ahead and grease this and then unbolt that. Okay, we're all ready to slide that back up on there and bolt it in place. There we go, both wheels are pointing the right direction. Let's get the nuts on. This is going to make a massive difference in the way this car drives. Alright, those are on. I must have walked off with the big socket. Let me go find that. Alright, got it. Alright, we can get the cotter key in so we're good. Alright, it's all done. Doesn't wobble anymore. We'll make sure the steering turns nice and smooth. I don't want any issues with the steering binding up, so we'll give that a try next. Oh, almost forgot to put the brace on. You don't want to get crazy with this big impact. It'll stuff off in a heartbeat. Alright, there we go. Alright, it turns nice and smooth, nothing's in the way. Now this isn't super good. Let me show you something that I just saw. That bolt right there on the steering is not tightened. Alright, you definitely want all the steering bolts tight so all of a sudden the car doesn't get a mind of its own and head to the ditch or head into oncoming traffic. So I'm just going to take a quick look at everything else, but it seems alright, so that job is done. Now we're going to have to work on the ball joints. Alright, let's take T-Bird out for a ride and see how we did on the steering. Make sure everything's good to go on it. We need to do some more tune-up work on this. I think the choke is working pretty well now, so I think we're good there. So at this point, I just got to start looking at the timing and all that good stuff. So I can tell you the steering feels a whole lot better already. It actually drives fairly straight. The steering wheel's off some. But the alignment, of course, will take care of that. Yeah, there's no clunking at all. This feels way better. I mean, it just drives like a whole different car at this point. Dog day at the Dog Academy. They do dog training there. Alright, we made it back to Up-N-Runnin. Okay, after a whole bunch of time messing around with it, and it doesn't do it again. Try it one more time. Well, we're up to 50% of the time.